Today's video is going to be around utilities training. We're going to touch on some of the features like setting up your docs path, fax spool list, backup, restores, but we also have features like your SMS lists, your different email lists, your site integration report. So whatever site integration you have done, we can link this to a website with the link to button. You can also link to another true ERP site if you choose so. But what we're going to do is we're going to have a look at our setups docs path first. And what that is if I produce any sort of letter or information for a customer, this is the location that document will go to. So in other words, if I go to a customer and I go within the contacts and I produce a letter for this contact. So we go ahead, produce a letter, create a reference or select a reference, hit save. It'll pop open with your letter, whatever you write. As soon as I hit save, that'll go and produce a document like so to that location. So wherever I save this to within my documents path, that's where that letter will be created. As well as that, if I go into documents, it'll save a list of those letters or information that I've sent to that customer. Jump back into utilities. So that's going to be with setting up your docs path. Your fax spool list is when you fax a transaction, you get a list of those transactions over here. You can also run a backup by clicking backup here, and this will save to that destination that you've set it up to save to, as well as restoring. That'll restore the backup to whenever your last backup was done. You can choose to restore a backup of your choice. So however many backups you've done, you can choose to restore those different backups. Again, wherever your backup saves, you can it'll save by default within ERP software, as well as that you can change that destination. But when doing a restore for that backup, the backup that you have done needs to be in that correct location. Otherwise, when clicking restore, it will not see that backup. So wherever you've set your backups to go, please make sure they are there when you proceed to do a restore. Within your preferences in utilities, you also have settings for these options. So if we go into utilities, back up on last person to exit, enable scheduled reports. So the big thing we're going to look at here is backup on last person to exit, backup after update check. So you can choose whichever option here you want a backup to run on and when you want it to run. Jump out of there. Your audit trail list over here is a record of everyone throughout the whole database. So what everyone whoever's done any work within inside the database, it has a record of that here. Again, you can search different dates, you can ignore the dates and search at all the different transactions that have gone on within your database. Again, this can become quite full and you may lose integrity and speed. So what we're going to do is we can jump into our utilities at the top there, audit trail, and purge this audit trail. By purging this, we can get rid of some of the information, and we can purge it once a month or once every 2 months, and we can gain some of that speed and integrity back. We also have our preferences, which we actually went into just now. If we go into our preferences, utilities, we have a huge option of utilities and preferences within here. Again, general, you can use audit trail, use clock on, use MS Word. You have different fields, log changing defaults on note fields. You can enable certain modules to be seen and to be used, and so on. So a huge amount of different preferences there, as well as that a huge amount of reports. So I mean, whatever reports you want to view on, simply double click and it will open up that report. So emailed reports list, and there we go. There's our emails reports list. Again, you can ignore dates, search on different dates, but there we go. So a huge amount of reports. What we also have is export to report. And what this is going to do is that it is designed to create a copy of your data in tables that you can manipulate. So all your different information there, employees, employee list, and so on. You can select all, you can export, and you can manipulate this in any which way you choose. The last thing we're going to look at is our company information. This is our basic company information which we set up here. So the name of your company, your address, contact's first name, and all your different information here. What this is going to allow you to do is that is going to be the information that pops up automatically within your templates. So whatever template you're trying to make, this is where it's going to take that information from regards to your company. So if we jump into reports, templates, and we go ahead and look at any report here, the information here is what's going to be pulled from your company information file that we just looked at over here. So that information and the name of your company will be pulled in these templates. So any template, again, anything regards to your company information will be pulled from there. So those two things are linked. Jump back out of there. Again, we have things like email lists, site integration, linking to delivery docket, audit trail. Again, wherever you see data, double click and it can take you back to what make that up. So we can see this customer ordered that product, invoice was paid, work done, and when it was done. So there you are. That's your utilities training. Brief example of all the different points within here, and I hope that was helpful. Thanks for watching.